Coming live from Louisiana.
It's how to find products to sell on Amazon.
I'm Brooke.
And I'm Morgan, but you can call me Lil Mo. And thank y'all so much for joining us today. We are so excited that y'all have given us the most valuable thing you have, which is your time. Go ahead and drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments so that we can get to know you a little bit better. So in today's video, if you have ever struggled with finding profitable products to sell on Amazon, then you have come to the right place, because we are going to share with you something we have never shared before, step by step, exactly how we find products. It's actually something that a $350 million Amazon seller.
Wait, what? How many?
$350 million Amazon seller shared with us. And so now we are going to share it with you.
Yeah, so valuable. And we're so lucky to have resources that make connections and to help all of us win and succeed. And all we want you to do is win with us. So we want to share all of our valuable information we've learned in our 5+ years of selling. So that's why we're so happy that you guys are here with us.
And if you're new here, we are so happy that you ended up here. Like we said earlier, I'm Morgan, and
I'm Brooke.
And what we do is we help normal, everyday people just like you start and grow their Amazon FBA business. 5 years ago, I was a broke waitress.
And I was a sugarcane farmer.
We made $400 a week, and we thought this whole selling on Amazon thing, it seemed like a real big scam to us.
But in the long scheme of things, in the long run, it was really valuable in our growth as entrepreneurs and helped us achieve the goals that we've always dreamed about achieving.
We have done things really the hard way since we didn't have anybody helping us. We didn't have any resources. So we decided to get on YouTube and share with you what we know. So in this video, I'm going to start off by doing a live training where I actually share with you my computer screen, and I'm going to share a tool with you that we just featured in our last video. We have a 3-part series about smartscout. To me, it is the best program to find items to sell on Amazon. It's very, very powerful. And so it's very user friendly. He keeps it really, the KISS method.
I think that's the main part of it, that it's really simple to use, and it's plug and play.
Exactly. So since your time is money, we're going to get started. I'm going to do the live training. Brooke is going to hop on his computer. So if y'all have any questions,
bring them on, baby.
Drop them in the chat. As soon as I'm done with the live training, we're going to be here, and he's going to join me again, and we're going to answer all of your questions live. So make sure, if you find this valuable,
hit the like and thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, because we're going to be posting them every Wednesday, and we'll be here live to answer any of your questions. So if you do have any questions, you could drop them in the comments on the side while we're going through, but we would love for you to drop a couple in the bottom of this video to where it could help us make more content for you in the future.
Yes, just by doing those little things, it really helps our channel grow, and it means the world to us, and it allows us to keep providing these free videos for you. So with no further ado, let's jump into this.
Let's go, y'all.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my computer screen, and Brooke is going to go get on his computer to answer your questions. All right, what are you doing? Go answer their questions.
I was waiting for the transition.
Okay, y'all. So how this works is we did meet the owner of this company in Miami a couple of months ago, and we had no idea what a big deal he was, because he was so down to earth, and we made a deal with him. This is not any sort of paid brand promotion for YouTube. We're sharing this with you for free, and we convinced him in exchange to offer y'all a free month instead of the normal week he offers people. So if you want to get that, and y'all, I have 2 dogs, and if you hear anything, it is what it is. This is actually live. Dallas, Cajun, y'all be good. They're our workers, and they're a little sassy, y'all. Brooke, come get these dogs. Okay, so if you go to cajunventuresmo.com/smartscout, you can get your free month with the code Cajun Ventures. Okay, so we have a new foster dog, so he's still working on his training and being well behaved. So what you want to do once you sign up, you want to go to smartscout.com. They have a lot of different ways to find items. We are sharing 3 in this 3-part series, and I'm going to go over the first way. And this is how easy it is. So as soon as you log in, you're going to hit the home page like this. And this is one of the easiest ways to find things. That's why I wanted to start off with this way. So you are going to start by clicking on brand section, and you want to click use brands. So then this is going to pop up. Now, the beauty of Smart Scout is any sort of, let me try to zoom it in a little so y'all could see a little better. Okay, any sort of filter that you select, you can actually save it right here, and then it will have that saved. So I'm going to go over what this search is, but I just want to share it with you. All right, so here we go. Bro, could you close that door? I could hear myself talk. It's freaking me out a little bit. All right, so these are the filters that I am going to use for the brand search, okay? So I have just saved them in here just in case when I did the screen share, it wouldn't go so fast. So you want to start by going to the Amazon in-stock rate. Let me zoom this in for y'all. There we go. Okay, so we want to put the maximum in-stock rate at 15%. What this means is you do not want to compete directly with Amazon because they are the big dogs. We are just lucky to be invited to their platform. If you are competing with them and they are in stock, any more than 15% of the month, they're going to make all the money. We're trying to dominate the listings and items that they are not on. Then we want to make sure it has at least $10,000 a month in revenue because we aim for following the 3 times rule where you're going to average 30% profit margin by selling the item for 3 times what you paid. So that would average for the product itself where you could possibly make $3,333 per product, which could go a long way in feeding your family. Then we also want to put the average number of FBA sellers, 1, 2, 3. The reason you want to do that is you want to make sure that there's not too much competition on the listing so that the price is not going to be tanked. We're finding items that we can either set up a wholesale account with where we can directly buy from the authorized supplier, or you can do online arbitrage where you don't have to go to stores and find items and you can just order them from the comfort of your home, which is a great option for a lot of people. So you can either leave the category as none, and I'm going to cover my 3 favorite categories to sell on Amazon. And the first one is one that most people don't even think about selling, and that is grocery and gourmet food. So what I have done is I went ahead and applied these filters. And as you can see down here at the bottom, it shows that there are 3,336 brands that fit my criteria, which is crazy because Amazon has millions of brands and it's already eliminated this many for me. So the most powerful thing about Smart Scout is you're not going with your gut, you're going with data, y'all. So the first one I see, I know Kirkland Signature is actually a brand that Costco has. So I filtered this by the monthly revenue estimate. So as you can see, they do $13 million in monthly sales. And you can also see that Amazon is, if you scroll over here, all right, there is one more thing that we want to change that I forgot to mention. My bad. You want to go to the dominant seller right here. And we want to change this to blanks. And now what that means is if there was one seller, like if it was a private label product or Amazon was the main seller or just one person had the majority of that item, they would pop up. So if nothing pops up, that means there's no dominant seller and we can be the dominant seller, which is clearly the goal. So now we're back over here. So anything you will know if it had a dominant seller, there would be a name right here. So now that we've gotten rid of all those, we're down to 582 different brands. So let's say the Kirkland Signature, we want to start off with that. If you hit this magnifying glass right here, you can click on dashboard and it'll pop up right here, y'all. So you can see they do 13 million in monthly revenue, which is crazy. You can even see the top earning products over here. So I'm going to click the products right here. So I'm not going to store and aimlessly, scanning items. I'm going with data. So let me just click the first one. This product does $704,000 in monthly revenue, which is a little bit insane. So let's see what it is. This is 6 months of, hair loss regrowth treatment. Okay. Who knew you could quit your job to start selling hair loss regrowth treatment on Amazon? The weird and sometimes embarrassing products like stool softeners, laxatives, I don't know, whatever it is, those tend to do really well on Amazon. We sell out of wart removers, hemorrhoid cream, because a lot of people don't want to go to a store and buy those items. So you can monetize that. So right here, you can see that this sells for $30.98. So what you would do next, and I don't have a Costco membership, so I'm not super familiar with it, could either go to Costco, go online, try to contact them to become a wholesaler, but now you're not just aimlessly guessing what products are going to sell well. You literally have a list and you know exactly how many of these products sell every single month and how many units they sell. So you also know how many that you would need to purchase. So this is super, super powerful. Now let me show you, let's look for one more brand under grocery. So the next one is Bob's Red Mill. Okay, so I already clicked it and it's right here. So let me zoom in a little bit. So I'm seeing this Bob's Red Mill, and if you click the ASIN, which is just a number associated with it on Amazon, the Amazon listing is going to pop up and you can actually see more details of it. Okay, this is a huge opportunity, y'all, because it's currently unavailable. I almost wish I didn't share this one actually, but here you go. So this one is currently unavailable. And as you can see, it is the Bob's Red Mill Whole White Popcorn. So what you would do next, you could just go to Google, or SmartScout also has a wholesaler search. They don't have every single wholesaler, but they have a ton. And you can go and search that, and then you would just reach out to the brand. And if you need help knowing what to say to them, if you head to cageandventuresmo.com/smartscout, we will email you the actual script we send to brands to try to set up a wholesale account with them. And what you can do, there's two things you can do if you get approved. You can either have the item sent to a prep center where you don't even have to touch them. Somebody else will stick the Amazon sticker and send them in for you, or you can send them to yourself and you just stick the sticker on them and send them to Amazon. You are basically just a middleman and you are making the profit. The beauty of wholesale is you're going to have authorized receipts. So if you ever have anybody, saying something's not authentic or counterfeit, you're going to have an authorized receipt from the supplier that is going to make your life so much easier. And you can see a lot of the grocery items, which this is kind of a secret that we do. And we bundle items together. So what that allows to happen, as you can see on this, let's see. So they did, instead of just one pack of this rolled oats, they bundled it in a box as a set of 4. So that makes it way, way easier. And another way that you can find more products, what we do all the time is, and hopefully this won't be going too slow since I'm sharing, I can go over here, an easier way. SmartScout even makes it easier to do this. You can go under sellers. I can see any seller that is actively selling the Bob's Red Mill, any products. You can see Amazon does sell them, but a large majority, they are out of stock. So as you can see down here, you want to look for sellers, you don't want to compete with Amazon, but for example, I could go click this one right here, Rocket DSD. Now this is called storefront stalking, and this allows you to come up with even more product ideas. And it's actually something you could do without any software, although with a software, it makes it a lot easier because I already know how many sales each one of these makes. And then whenever this loads up, you will just see their normal page. Sorry if you're Rocket DSD, and you want to click on their products right here, and you will actually have access to, and you can do this on any Amazon listing. You would just go to the buy box and you will click view all sellers. Y'all, they're selling ramen noodles, sparkling ice, sparkling water, oat milk, Red Bulls. So these are all just more product ideas for you. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel. You are simply trying to find things that are already selling and have people buy those items from you. Now let's go over another category that I absolutely love and is one of my favorites, and that is the beauty category. Oh no, I'm zooming in, y'all. Okay, the other category that I love, and you don't even have to select a category as well. Like if you have none in mind, if you have none in mind, it doesn't really matter at all as long as it meets the criteria. My screen is going crazy. Okay, I'm trying to zoom up. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm just gonna go over this because it's going a little bit crazy. Okay, so my second favorite category to sell in is the beauty category. And now, one of my favorite things about the beauty category is it's really good for beginner sellers. Once you get ungated in beauty, what will happen is there will be tons of brands you can start selling. And I love to sell beauty products because they're small, they're lightweight. Most people already know, like if you have a lipstick you love, a foundation, a face lotion, whatever it is, the return rate is way smaller because a lot of people know these items. Now, if any item could break easily, like an eyeshadow palette, or if you're not checking the lipstick to see if somebody had, I mean, if you're ordering online, you'll usually be good. But if you're buying at stores, sometimes you need to open them to make sure that nobody has tested them or anything like that. But beauty has incredibly high margins because they follow all the rules we advise you follow. They're small enough to fit in a shoebox. They weigh less than a pound. And most of them are not fragile. So they are awesome, awesome products to sell. And then our other category that we love is toys, because there's always, people are always buying toys, always. So toys is really, really good, especially for brand new sellers. So if you do want to try out Smart Scout, we have the link in the description for you. All of our discount links for anything is at cageadventuresmo.com/discount. And if you want to get the free wholesale list, it's cageadventuresmo.com/smartscout. So I am going to jump back on here so that we can answer y'all's questions live. Brooke, if you want to come join me, the dogs, let me just show you how cute our new dog is. I don't know if y'all will care, but let me show you. That's Cajun. Y'all, he is the cutest, sweetest, craziest baby. And I was supposed to only be fostering him, but here we are now. Here we are. And we also have Dallas. So that's why they were good, I guess. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop your questions. Let me zoom into them. And I am going to load them up on the screen since I just learned how to do that. All right. Okay, it's so zoomed in. All right, Lauren, that is a great, great, great question. Do you have problem with makeup melting? So Amazon has a policy on any meltable items. This applies to any category. So like chocolate, anything like that. There we go. There's a certain time of the year, I think October the 1st is when you can start selling it again. A lot of times of the year, you're not allowed to do FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon. You can only do FBM where you fulfill it. We do not really have any issues because of that. They don't really allow it in anything we ship ourselves. We've really never had issues with people, knock on wood.
It's a good possibility, especially in the heat and where is it going. So just always take precaution when you are trying to sell those type of products.
Absolutely. And also make sure that if it has SPF in it, that it doesn't expire anytime soon. Amazon has a set of criteria for any item. So.
And that's the main one, is expiration dates on certain things. That just always double check that, because you don't want your account or you want to sell those items. So you don't want to buy items that you can't sell, and then you're going to have to go and return them or possibly not be able to return them. So always just double check that type of stuff.
I don't know why this is so small like this. My screen is just going crazy, y'all. I can barely see the comments.
You got this right here, different screen.
How do you fix it?
I don't know right at this point, but I would.
Okay, y'all, keep asking questions. I'm just trying to figure out how to see your. Just look here. We'll just answer them like this. All right. And if anybody wants more help getting started, we do have a totally free training tonight that is geared for beginners. It just walks you through from, what all these acronyms stand for, and from what you do your very first day as a seller. You can sign up for that at cageadventuresmo.com. All right. So don't forget, if you find this valuable, drop a thumbs up and hit subscribe, because next week we will be back with part 2 video. All right. This is driving me nuts. The screen is going crazy. Okay, so Where's the question? I just clicked. Can't see it. All right, so I can't see the name because our screen is crazy right now, but somebody wants to know, how do you get started as a seller? Zoom out on this. Answer that question while I fix this.
I can't even read it.
How do they get started?
How do you get started? So to get started, if you need help, I'll go to CajunVenturesMo.com, take our free training that happens tonight. But the first thing you definitely want to do is go to Amazon and sign up for an account. We recommend for you to sign up for the pro account, even though that they have a free account where it's not really free because you'd be paying 99 cents per item that gets once it sells and once you list it. So that would be the very first spot I would start, is definitely to sign up to get your account started, because it can take a couple days to a couple weeks to get that going, because once you have everything signed up, you will get a new call you will have to do a video call to verify all your documents. And then it can take a couple of days.
Yes, y'all. I don't know. Our screen is going nuts. I can't really see too much. So just keep telling them stuff while I try to figure this out.
Well, I think we just completed that one. So,
okay, tell them something.
About
y'all, technology what? Always fails us.
Please stop.
All right, keep dropping your questions. I will try to see them. They're like so small right now, so I can't really see. I can't see anything at all. Should I just turn this off?
No.
I can't see anything. All right, y'all. Okay, I am trying to get to the comments. Keep dropping them so I can see if it's just not updating in here. This is why I do not like going live, because it never works correctly. Are y'all asking questions now, and maybe this thing is just not showing us them? All right, so I guess I will just give y'all some tips and tricks as a new seller. If you have any questions, drop them in the main comment section. Our StreamYard is going a little crazy, so I hope that y'all can even see whatever we are saying right now. As a new seller, I think the reason that most people fail as Amazon sellers is they give up way too soon, y'all. They hit one little roadblock or one little issue, and they just give up, and they are done with it. And that is what causes most people to fail. Instead of that, you want to keep going. When you start selling, you're not going to be able to sell everything. You're going to have to prove yourself to Amazon by making some sales. We think the absolute best thing you can start with is books. That is the easiest category to get started with. If we could do anything differently from when we started, we definitely would have gotten into wholesale way sooner. And that's why we are focusing a lot on learning more and sharing all of that knowledge with you.
And to get started, why we probably didn't get started with wholesale is because we didn't have the capital to start first. So we just wanted to start with what we had to start building up our capital to where we'd be able to invest in more things moving forward. And so if we go back in time, yes, we go the wholesale route, but ultimately we probably wouldn't do anything the same. So don't ever put yourself on I want to do what they're doing. Just work with what you're doing and make sure you get good at that. And before you know it, you're going to be able to start trying different models. And if that works for you, that'll be great. And if it don't, you'll still be doing good at your model that you're working on. So never compare yourself to other sellers, because some other sellers, even though they're doing really well, they might compare themselves to you and want to do what you're doing. So just keep that mindset straight, and then we're going to go from there.
Okay, I can't see our face anymore. I hope you can, but I can see your questions now. So I'm just going to answer them. So is SmartScout just for wholesale? Audrey wants to know. That is a great question. It's definitely not just for wholesale. You can use it for pretty much anything. Online arbitrage, retail arbitrage. It has so much information about Amazon. It tells you everything. It just allows you to find items online as opposed to going to stores for hours and just hoping that you might find something. This video will be replayed. All of our lives and all of our videos are posted on YouTube. We go live to answer your questions every Wednesday at noon Central Time, but you can watch them anytime after. All right, so let's see. Do I have to start the process in this order? Get a business name, LLC or DBA, get an EIN, set up sales tax permit, open a business bank account, then set up the Amazon seller account. Okay, so definitely do not overthink it. An LLC or a DBA, doing business as, are not required to start selling on Amazon.
Don't overthink it. A lot of people are overthinking all this stuff, and just keep it simple. And if you don't have it, just start as an individual, and then you move on from there. And you could change it later. We try not to change as things in our account too often. But yeah, our main advice to you would just be get started. Don't overthink it. Don't let these technical things get in your way of starting.
Exactly. And an LLC is definitely worth it long term because you're going to need it for liability and tax purposes, but it is absolutely not required to get started. If you do want to do wholesale, you do need the LLC because that's going to get you your EIN, which is your employee identification number, which is going to allow you to get your resale certificate. But all these things are really not that complicated to get set up. So it's nothing to stop you from selling. How do we watch the free training tonight and what time? It is going to be at 6 p.m. Central Time, and you can sign up at cajunventuresmo.com. Everything is linked in the description for you.
Check it out below.
Okay, Joy wants to know, when you send a box to Amazon with goods to sell, do you wrap or pack the products individually? Yes. How you send items to Amazon is exactly how they're going to send them to the customer. So they have a rule that's like the 6-foot drop rule. So if you have anything and you can drop it 6 feet and it will break, it has to be wrapped well enough where it will not break. That's why we recommend do not sell any fragile liquid, anything that could easily be damaged.
And we all get Amazon packages, and sometimes they're packaged well, sometimes they're not packaged the greatest. So you ought to make sure, however you prep your items, it'll be safe, because a lot of times they'll put them in a big box with not a lot of bubble wrap or whatnot, and the items could move around and it could break in the box. So you just want to make sure you do a prep job. Your prep job is really well.
Okay, Anita wants to know if the Amazon in stock rate is 0%, is that a good choice, or does it mean it doesn't sell? The Amazon in stock rate has nothing to do with if the product sells. All it has to do with is Amazon the main person in stock selling this item? So that's why we search where 15% is their max, because that would mean 85% of the month we have the opportunity to get that sell. So it has nothing to do with sales, and it just has to do with who people are buying who it's in stock with. So it'd be like if you have 20 units and you sell them all and then you're out of stock, maybe 50% of the month you had it, and the other 50%, somebody else would have an opportunity to sell that. Okay, great question. Carol wants to know, do we need to get ungated in certain categories before doing wholesale, or does the process of purchasing from the supplier make us ungated? As long as the supplier is an authorized supplier, you still have, some brands do require you to get approved. So you would just have to follow the approval process, which is not that complicated. You just basically submit your invoice and certain criteria. And then if you ordered from an authorized supplier, that should get you approved. But I would start with a small order if you can of the 10 units, just to verify that you are allowed to sell it. We try to avoid competing directly with Amazon or the brand itself. All right, if there's a product already listed, but I'd like to improve the listing, can I do that? Would I create a new listing? Okay, so if you are trying to do private label, that's exactly what you would do. You would create a brand new listing. Like if it's a private label product, you cannot jump on that person's brand product. You would have to make your own listing, and we only advise doing that for private label, where you'd be going to Alibaba or a supplier like that.
And it's like starting from scratch, and you got to build that listing up to be able to be at the top page on the first page to where you will get the sales. So it's like starting a product from scratch, which is what that would be. But if it's like a certain brand that there's a lot of people selling on it, that you just jump in on that listing, don't improve it.
Yes, exactly.
All right. What's the next question we got, Mo?
Okay, I think they just said it's not private label. Okay, so if it's a wholesale product, yes. If it's something that there's other sellers on, you just want to make sure that you are allowed to sell that product. Yes, if you're selling something with other sellers, yes. The only time you make anything from scratch is if it's private label product. That's it.
That's right.
Okay, so this is a good question from Sean. Why does Amazon hold pending orders for 6+ days for payment? Is there any way to get it relisted to sell it quicker than sitting there? Not at all. Anytime it's pending, there's a lot of reasons. It could be because they have an old card on file, their information doesn't match, maybe their order never went through. There is nothing you can do about that.
It's just a part of it.
It's just a part of the process. If their order doesn't go through, it will go back to your inventory and then it will be resold, but that is out of your control. And once you get enough item, like we don't even notice how long anything's pending at all. I know when you're first starting, you're more anxious, but you gotta remember you went your whole life without selling.
Especially if that might be one of your only products in stock, I could see how it could be frustrating as somebody that it's on hold.
Anita, the sample letter for wholesale, you can download that at cajunventuresmo.com/smartscout. It's also in the description for you.
Yeah, it will be sent directly to your email address as soon as you sign up for it.
He is trying to eat our house, y'all. That dog is crazy. All right, so yeah, so I hope that was helpful. Let me zoom out of here so we can see y'all. I don't know what's going on. We've never had an issue with this StreamYard, but you know how technology is. All right. So we just want to say thank y'all so much for giving us the most valuable thing you have, which is your time. If you want to learn more, join us tonight at cajunventuresmo.com. And we will see y'all next week where we have a totally different way you can use Smart Scout and find products and steal the buy box.
Yeah, so join us next week at 12 o'clock Central Time. Every Wednesday we're here when we can. We missed last week, but we really wanted to join. If we had a window, we were going to join the chat and try to make a live for y'all. So we appreciate you guys coming and watch and hear what we have to say.
Thanks to Amazon. Last week we were so blessed that we were able to take Brooke's parents to Belize on a dream vacation, and it was incredible. And you know, that's the thing. We're not chasing money here. We're chasing freedom
and happiness,
and to not be stuck in an office, to not dread Monday through Friday, to not have to commute every day, to be able to give the people you love things that they maybe couldn't have given you. And so that's kind of like what we're all about. We're not really online gurus at all, but we just wanted to kind of dumb it down and keep it simple, because I think if you have information that can change somebody's life positively, then you should share it.
Absolutely.
So we really, really appreciate y'all being here. We will see you next week. And now, y'all